Well, today a family finally got to see their loved one's killer sentence after 40 years almost. But the punishment is much lighter than it could have been because of problems with DNA evidence caused by a former CBI scientist. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon tonight.
I never gave up hope that today would eventually come.
A day, almost 40 years in the making.
They say justice delayed is justice denied.
And a day for Tamara Harney's dad, Roger Dean.
What I remember most is Dad's tender, compassionate heart that overflowed with support and encouragement when you needed it most.
This courtroom is also overflowing with painful memories, centered around November 21st, 1985.
A masked man, one we now know to be Michael Jefferson, was waiting for Dad when he put up the garage door to go to work.
And there was an altercation. The suspect said, "Stop, or I'll shoot you."
Prosecutors say Michael Jefferson shot Dean 5 times, killing him. But at the time, no one was arrested.
Life continued to move forward, whether we wanted it to or not.
DNA evidence connected Jefferson to the murder in 2021 when he was arrested. But that same evidence would eventually become a problem.
This case, this investigation, is tainted by the work of one individual from CBI.
Prosecutors say the case was too risky to take to trial since it's one of around 1,000 impacted by a former DNA scientist at the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Yvonne Missy Woods.
The impact was decisive for us.
The DNA testing was confirmed by another lab, but prosecutors still presented a plea deal with a maximum sentence of 32 years in prison.
During all my 67 years, I have complied with the laws.
Jefferson, who pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, spoke in court, calling Dean's death a tragic loss.
It is my hope that my plea brings the family some measure of that peace and closure.
There is no price tag, no way for him to pay the debt he owes my family. The only thing he can give now is his freedom.
The saying goes, justice delayed is justice denied.
But what is even worse is the absence of justice altogether.
But Harney is relieved this day finally came.
I'm very sorry that it wasn't the full life in prison, but I'm grateful for all the work that's been done to get us where we are here today and to remember my dad.
A day for her dad. In Douglas County, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
And going in depth, the cases that Missy Woods handled will impact Colorado for years to come. She worked for CBI for almost 30 years before her abrupt retirement in 2023. As CBI revealed last month, it had identified problems with more than 1,000 cases that she handled. Their investigation accuses Woods of cutting corners and covering up her shortcuts by altering, deleting, or omitting data from lab work. A separate criminal investigation by the Jeffco DA's office still is ongoing. Woods denies any wrongdoing.